Hi everyone, it's Fadrik and welcome back to another amazing adventure in the world of the Rogue Scavenger. Today's adventure is very special because we're finally, at last, finished coding everything around the player's ship. She can move, fight and defend itself against everything around her. And before we start, our last adventure in this game got over 300 views and I am stunned by how many people is watching. Thanks everyone for joining me on this adventure. It would mean nothing without you along the ride. Thanks everyone, and if you're a gamer or even a game developer, we're building a kingdom over on Discord. If you want to join us, links in the description. Welcome in advance to the knighthood. Today, we didn't just finish coding, but I hopped into Photoshop and did some basic art for the game to make testing a bit more fun than looking into white rectangles. So sharpen your swords and get ready to ride into today's adventure. Today we upgraded the ship with 3 new modules. The same as the weapon system, the ship now can have 1. A defense module that holds the ship hold power, the shield power, and the recharge amount and speed, and how much time the shield wants to wait after a hit to start recharging again. The second module is the engine module, and as the name shows, it holds the engine speed and the thrusters power. The more powerful the engine, the faster the ship, but will be harder to maneuver, so the player have to choose carefully. After implementing these modules and making sure that everything is working as perfect as I wish, let's do a small recap. So now we have a ship core manager as the same as the weapon manager from the last episode, and this script controls the defense system, the engine system, and the third small module, the ship core module, because I wanted from the start to make the game simple and connected. So I had to create this core module, and this module will contain the main power of the whole ship. If you want to move, the power decrease. If you want to recharge the shield, the power decrease. Even if you want to shoot, the power decrease, and each weapon will consume different amount of power. And depending on the laws of physics, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So I don't want the ship core to recharge by itself, and by that I added a small gameplay mechanic that the player needs always to check the ship energy and make sure he doesn't run out and stay stranded in space forever. And the ship can recharge when it go back to the hub or by finding some juice in stations around the galaxy. And there is one more module I want to add, but not now. It's the most important one, which is the storage and the tractor beam module. And this module will be used to do one thing that is written in the title of the game: scavenge and collect stuff. After making sure that everything is working, I wanted to work on some UI to address and show all the module details and information. So I started working on a weapon UI panel to show the details of the 3 turrets, showcasing everything from the barrel to the core to the reactor of each turret. After that, I worked on a ship system UI to add the 3 new modules details to the mix and to be shown to the player. I want the UI to have buttons on the screen, but for now I put them to show on pressing number 1 and 2, and yes, the game needs a serious UI and UX redesign. The final test went smoothly and every aspect is working great, and before ending the devlog here, I wanted to start doing some art. I was very tired of coding and it was the time to be a bit creative, so I jumped into Photoshop and started creating some art. And a small notice that all of these art stuff are just a placeholders and may change in the future. So I started by creating some asteroids to get a bit more life into the space around us, and created a small 3 UI icons: the heart of the ship, the shield, and the ship power. And I wanted for them to be a little more sci-fi, so I added a bit of circuit thingies inside them, wires and that kind of stuff. After that, I reworked on my turret, adding the turret body and 3 kind of turrets: the sniper, the 1 bullet, and the double bullet turret. I built some small particles, but they still need a lot of animation work, but I love them as the way they are right now. Next, I spent like an hour or even 2 just drawing the ship, and it turned out to be awesome! And for a programmer art, I'm very proud of what I got there. I messed around with colors for the ship and I wanted to do some levels on it. And of course, I didn't forget to add the sea torch places, and the middle place will be for the shield module that I will add in the next episode. Then a small trick, by enlarging the ship sprite and painting it blue, I created the ship shield around it. I ended up my creative session adding all the art into Unity, fixing some minor bugs here and there, and run the final test with the art. And I can say now that the game is starting to look more alive. Moving around, firing the guns, or even looking into the UI is now pretty enjoyable. I hope that everyone enjoyed today's adventure and this small devlog. Join me in the next time to start adding other gameplay mechanics into the game, creating the world and the hub that the player are going to play in, and maybe adding some AI for the enemy ships. And of course, I want to add some weapons and systems to be able to customize our ship even more. In the end, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And yeah, one more thing, come and join us over in our castle on Discord. Links in the description. See you all in the next adventure.